Welcome back into the Alabama Football Report. I am Tom Downey, and if you like that win by the Crimson Tide over the Tennessee Volunteers, then like today's video, because I think every single person watching should like that video and like that win. I guess unless you're Petey or a Volunteers fan and you're probably feeling pretty down for yourself. It is Overreaction Sunday. Let's dive into it. Overreaction number 1, Alabama is underrated. For at least as much as the Alabama Crimson Tide could ever be underrated, I do kind of agree with this. I think much love has been given to Georgia. I've seen the story, can any SEC team make the college football playoff? Yes, they are. Come on, what are we doing? Yes, the SEC champion is going to make the college football playoff. That's how this works. Let's be real here. It's the SEC, right? It's Georgia. It'll be Alabama probably most likely, right? Bama played well today. They did. Not so great in the first half, but they really rallied. And they won 34-20 over Tennessee. They covered the spread against a top 25 opponent. That is what great teams do. I'll talk about that a lot. I believe in it. To a certain extent, everyone's still caught up on the Texas game. And Jalen Milroe's bad. He's actually been pretty good since then. Since he got benched, he got the job back, he's been very solid. I have the receipts from Peter to prove it about, what MAC school will Jalen Milroe start for? Wrong. He's the guy. And he was the guy again against Tennessee. This team has scratched and clawed and fought and battled and been as gritty as pretty much any Alabama team I can remember. Many times for Alabama, they just out-talent you. That's not this year's squad. Nick Saban has once again played the nobody believes in us card, and it's working very well for the Crimson Tide. I think they deserve a lot of credit for what they've done so far this year. Let's talk about the offensive coordinator. Is Tommy Rees still mediocre? Which half? First half, he's garbage. Second half, he's actually pretty good. Third quarter, he's awesome. It's weird. The loves of the run up the middle is kind of weird. Some stretches, there's a lot of duo, inside zone, the occasional power play. I wouldn't mind seeing more stretch plays. I do like these shot calls, but I don't know. How many times have we seen a normal drop back for Jalen Milroe? Everything's play action. Everything's RPO. Everything's, rollouts. There's not a lot of normal passing. They're trying to hide the quarterback. I don't know. They do trust Jalen Milroe to hit big plays downfield. His arm is pretty solid. The footwork can sometimes come and go. He's young. It's fine. I would like to see more mobility from Milroe. They done it a few times in the second half. Worked really well for him. I'll give him credit for that. But I don't know. I thought this team would be a ground and pound successful unit. They're winning games because of Milroe. They ran the ball well in the stretch. Jase McClellan got going, but Milroe was 14 of 21 for 220 and 2 scores. He hit some big throws in this game. Some big throws. Drew some PIs as well. It really helped Alabama win. To give Milroe some credit, they ain't winning this game with Tyler Buckner out there. They ain't winning this game with Ty Simpson out there. It's not happening. I am still whelmed by Tommy Rees as this team's play caller so far. So what do you think? Yes or no? Do you like Tommy Rees and his play calling as the Alabama offensive coordinator? Y for yes, N for no. It'll be today's pinned comment, so if the ad comes here on YouTube, take advantage. Head down there and go vote. Overreaction number 3. This is the best defense in the nation. It is the first time in 2 years that any team has shut out the Tennessee Volunteers in a half. Second half, shutout for the Crimson Tide. First time in 2 years for any Tennessee offense that's happened. The scoop and score was such a massive turning point in this football game. Again, Chris Braswell beats left tackle, slaps the hands away, strip sacks Joe Milton. Jahad Campbell scoops and scores and runs. Very impressive play. Now look, the first half was worrisome, but the defense stood strong. There was the turnover, basically in Bama territory, or deep in Bama territory. They only got a field goal. 2 big stops in the red zone. That game could have easily been 21-0. And I don't know if Bama comes back to win that football game. Worrisome first half. They got going. I don't know what Nick Saban said to his team at halftime. I don't know if we're ever allowed to hear that because of the amount of language used, I would assume. But they got going. Now, to a certain extent, it's kind of been every game this year. Not great first half. Third quarter dominance, and then hang on for dear life in the fourth quarter. Probably won't work against Georgia. Probably will work against Kentucky, LSU, and Auburn down the stretch this year. Maybe you play better in the championship game. Who knows? Where would you rank this 2023 Alabama defense among all college football teams? 1 to 140, I think, is the number. Or maybe it's 130. 130, I think. 130. 1 to 130. Where do you rank the Alabama football defense? Today's show is made possible by Prize Picks. They are the largest independently owned DFS, that's daily fantasy sports platform in North America. They are the easiest and most exciting way to play DFS. It is you against the numbers. You are not battling thousands of other players and having to, finish top percentile to win any money. No. You pick more than or less than on 2 to 6 player stat projections, and you watch those winnings all roll in. Producer Chris and I both did the flex play. It's a great success. Jalen Milroe, less than. Check. Sacks count. Weird, right? Jermaine Burton, 3.5 catches. Check that, more than. Same with producer Chris. Burton, he did it for you. You basically picked more than on Burton catches and yards. Both hit, and we both took home some money. Go to prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS for a first deposit match up to $100. Again, folks, the link will be in the comments and the description of today's show. It's prizepicks.com/CLNS and use code CLNS. Overreaction number 4. Jermaine Burton is a dog, not the bulldog, but the guy that the Crimson Tide thought they were going to get when he transferred in from Georgia. He is a very big trash talker. And there are moments where his emotion gets the better of him, like the punch that was thrown last year. But you can do that, not the punching, the trash talking, let me be clear on that, the trash talking, when you back it up. He stepped up today. Drew a PI that I thought was pretty questionable to get a first down. Caught 4 passes for 62 yards and a score, a long of 22. I call him streak because his favorite route, his best route, I think, is the streak, the downfield play, or anything vertical where he's at his best on. And he can be a bit streaky as a player. But he was awesome today. I thought he played really well. It was the Burton and Bond show. Those two combined for 7 catches for 139, something like that, yards of the 220 that he had. Kendrick Law got a couple jet passes. Those are your top 2 receivers. I thought Burton was very good today, or I should say Saturday for Alabama. If you guys want more Alabama football videos, then subscribe. YouTube.com/@RollTideTV. Free videos. Hit that sub button right now. Overreaction number 5, and not many overreactions today, but Trey Amos really did step up. Terrion Arnold left the game with an upper body injury, and Amos delivered a critical pass breakup down the stretch. He came in, was solid, and didn't allow the big play. Alabama was allowing the check downs late. That's fine. No one cares. He played very well down the stretch. And he and Jalen Key, 7 tackles, by the way, your 2 transfer DBs from Louisiana and UAB have really stepped up. You lost Malachi Moore for a game. You're going to miss Arnold, it seems like, for a little bit with that upper body injury. Hopefully it's okay, but, Bias coming up. Maybe he's back for next week, but maybe you don't see him against Auburn. Who knows? That's unclear. Your transfer DBs have very much stepped up for the Crimson Tide. That is it for today's video. If you made it all the way to the end, thank you. You are a real one. Spam Roll Tide for me in the comments section right now.